Hey y'all, it's Miss Crosby and I'm in the garden. I'm doing my best to plant some onion butts. This is actually a pitiful little onion start that I had picked up at the store. These are the onion butts. Let me show you those real quick. That I had started on my own. I snipped this one off the top so that you could... Hey Leo. Hey buddy. Leo's always interested in what I'm doing out in the garden. So anyway, I snipped these tops off so I can do a little experiment and see which one does better. Ones without the tops after the transplant and the ones leaving the tops on. So I've labeled it here onion butts, so I know exactly what it is. It's not the starts that I have over here, which have been just sad and kind of pitiful. These are some more onion butts that are a lot younger, but I'm going to try them out here too, just to see what happens. But as you can see, the onion starts that I put out here have not been looking so good. So I'm going to try transplanting some of my onion butts out here and see if they don't do any better. And I've done as best as I could not to disturb the soil up there at the raised bed. But I noticed that there's a lot of clusters together on those butts. If you look here at these onion butts, there's 3 different onions off that one little butt. You see that? The one little onion bottom. All right. So I'm going to ultimately have 3 large onions like this, about this size. Okay. So what I'm doing here is I have twisted these very carefully, as careful as I could, off of the mother plant up there at the house. And now I'm transplanting them out here. And I've got 3 with no tops on them because I didn't want the leaves to cause them to dry out. And then I've got 3 that I've left the tops on because I'm not sure which would shock the plant more, if the onion butts were topless. Oh, that sounds so risque. I'm a good Christian woman, y'all. I don't mean nothing foul by this. But if the onion butts were topless, or if they had tops on them, whether or not they'll do better, okay? I'm trying not to plant them too deep. My every instinct tells me deeper. The bulbs need to be in the ground. But I don't always have the best luck when I do that. So I'm trying to get these onion bulbs, there we go, in the ground. And I've labeled them as onion butts so I know where they come from and that they're not the same as, like I said, the starts that I had begun. And I think part of it is the soil out here is very sandy. And I haven't got any water out here yet. Long story short, Hurricane Idalia took out our shed, which is where the power come from for our well. So the pond dried up, the well dried up, the well has no electricity, and ye old waterheads out here at the garden have no water running to them, no power to pump them from the well. So we're in the process of digging a 300-foot trench at our property to try and uncover where the actual break in the line is. And now I've rubbed onion juice in my eyeball and it is burning and making me snot and sniffle. So I apologize at a time for all the sniffling you're about to hear, because it probably ain't gonna be pretty. But I'm going to put a little bit of this soil. Now, y'all, you don't have to have a super huge budget. You know, if you bought onions at the store, just don't throw the little bottoms away. It's that simple. Instead, you ain't even got to go out and buy pots and real expensive dirt. This is a strawberry container, and I just took my scissors and cut the top off of it and set it in a meat tray that I had rinsed out, because you don't want to get salmonella all over your onion butts. But I had rinsed out the meat tray, and now I've got these little baby ones here And you notice I've got some mulch all around. I'm going to haul some more out here probably tomorrow or later on this week. And I'm trying to dig out all the grass. Here in South Georgia, the weeds do not play. They are like gangster weeds. I'm not even kidding. Like if there was a gang, crabgrass would be in it. And nutgrass would be the leader, I swear. It's like the Crips and the Bloods, but with grass. Alright, so trying to keep ahead of that stuff is some kind of accomplishment. Alright, let this old lady stand up and I'll show you what I've got so far. Okay, so I got 3 planted and I harvested 3 of my tops. I'll take them up to the house and use them for supper. And as you can see in this box right here, my mama had some potatoes. Let's see if I can show them to you. My mom had some potatoes that was starting to sprout, so she gave them to me. And these ones aren't really sprouted good, but they were starting to get old, so she went ahead and gave them to me anyway. I just put them in a cardboard box. This little guy here, he ain't gonna make it, so he's going over there to see. He's got a little rotten spot. This little guy here, he's got some little eyes he's trying to eye up. So I'm going to leave him in the box in my shed and see if these little guys will do anything. The ones that had the really good eyes on them, I've already planted them. Because I'm not going to let any amount of food go to waste if I could possibly help it. Maybe it's because I grew up poor, I guess. And my mama was even poorer still when she was young. But we just don't waste nothing. And I guess that's the Gen X mentality. We don't waste anything. We just, we use it, recycle it, repurpose it. All right, now you may ask, what in the world am I putting on here? Well, this is some free fertilizer that I made. Free fertilizer? What is that? Okay, well, I take all my scraps, except for my onion buds, because I plant those jokers. I take all my scraps, like from vegetable peels and things like that, and I put them in a big drum of water outside my kitchen. And my husband has requested I move it further from the house because it stinks. And it does. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to have to wash my hands for 5 minutes when I get back up to the house. But I took a couple of Maxwell House cans, scoops out of that big drum, and I put them in this here orange bucket. And then I topped off the orange bucket with rainwater. So all the water in here has diluted the fertilizer that I made from weeds that I pulled out of the garden beds, from scraps, coffee grounds and things like that. And now I'm watering in my onion bulbs, but I got a lot of sand, so they'll take it. And this sand drains really, really well, so all the water will soak into the ground right nicely, and it'll leave behind this fertilizer, okay? Because all these vegetables and weeds and things like that grow nice deep tap roots, that when they die and they break down in this yuck water, that's what I call it, because it smells just horrible. It smells like something died in there, and really it did. It's all the vegetables and stuff like that. It's dead vegetable bodies in the bucket, and they're being recycled so that we can have more food. So for those vegetarians who say they don't like to kill things, remind them that if they love plants so much, maybe they shouldn't kill the plants. Anyways, I like that turnaround of psychology. So I'm going to let these guys go for about a week, and I may come back and show you how they're doing in about a week or two, and we'll see what's what. But I am fertilizing them in because I don't have any water right now, and so this water is acting as fertilizer and hydration. It's been sprinkling all day today, but it's not getting in very well past. This poor guy's getting eat up by something. And that one I just planted right there. This is my jumbo pink banana squash. And I will try to figure out how to put a picture. I swear to you, I had a 15-pound jumbo pink banana squash in 2022. No joke, no exaggeration. I measured it. I weighed it on a scale. It was 15 pounds, but they can get up to 50 from what I've read. And I just couldn't wait no longer. I was scared the deer was going to eat it, so I got it and brought it into the house and made 2 giant casseroles in my biggest cornware. It wasn't cornware, it was the glass dish. My biggest glass casserole dish. Over here, I've got potatoes, and I've healed them up again, so you can't see very much. But there's the little potato nubbins from potatoes that I had in the basket underneath my butcher block. There's another one. You can see where I've watered them in. Here's another one. So guys, these are all just kitchen scraps. And I took a stick and poked it in the ground. This one happens to be a piece of bamboo that a neighbor said we could have for free because he's regretting that his grandpa ever planted that bamboo 20 years ago. As people often do with bamboo. But I've marked with these bamboo poles that are dead and dried out because I would not put living bamboo on my land. I've marked where they are, each potato, so I'll know exactly where to water and fertilize when I come back out here. I don't use pesticides, don't use chemical fertilizers. Everything out here is all natural. This potato right here that's rotten, it will go back into the soil as nature intended and feed the next potato that's coming up right there where that bamboo pole is. Okay, these weeds right here, I pull them up, shake the dirt off of them so that they'll die, and lay them right on back down. Now that weed has become mulch that's going to feed as it breaks down. Okay, that's what I'm about doing. And as it rains out here, my bucket's going to fill up a little bit. And I'm using an old peanuts container, Planters Peanuts, for my scoop to water out my plants. And I've got more water catchment buckets up there. You can see where I'm laying out my cardboard in the aisles. I've got more cardboard to lay over here. We've even got some silage tarps out so that we can kill off the weeds as best we can for next year's growing. Okay, I'd rather do it with compost, but honestly, I'm doing all my compost is with a pitchfork and my wagon, or the what's that other thing, wheelbarrow. And that's some hard work, y'all. It really is. All this right here we have done, I did most of it myself, but I did get a little help from the guys one afternoon. All this mulch I laid myself, and the guys did help me lay some of the cardboard. Chris, my bro, he helped me lay a lot of this cardboard, and I'm still covering it up. But next year it'll be better because I've already got the mulch on the ground, and it will be blocking out some of the weeds for me, I hope and pray to God. I had this all done back in 2022. After COVID, we did a big garden out here, and it spanned from all the way over there. You see where the neighbor's property starts to, oh gosh, we went 100 feet back. So it was just past that silage tarp out there. I had 100-foot rows that year, and it was too much for me because my kids are all moved away and living in Valdosta, different places, and I'm down to one child at the house, and she's not so much into gardening as I would like her to be, but you know how teenagers get. They do their own thing and don't want to come out here and work in the garden with mom because we're not cool anymore. But I have found, though, that these, they call them gaylords. I just sound absolutely foul. I swear to y'all, I promise you, I am a good Christian woman, and I try not to talk ugly, but these gaylords, and that's what they call them, these are big cardboard boxes, and at some manufacturing places you'll find just piles and piles of them, and they're looking to get rid of them because otherwise they have to recycle them. This is my resting spot for when it gets real hot out here. And me and my bro Chris, we put up a tarp out here, big blue one. I know it's ghetto looking, but we need a shady spot or else we won't be able to survive it out here. But there's my little gorilla cart, and I tell you what, that gorilla cart and this little I call it my scooter. It's not really a scooter. I forget the real name of it. These things are amazing. And that thing is heavy duty. My husband doesn't even begin to, and he's over 300 pounds. He doesn't begin to, you know, wonder if that thing can support him, because it can. And I had one with the black basket underneath previously, and I had to drill holes in it because the black basket would hold rainwater, and I didn't like that. But this one doesn't hold rainwater, so yay me. I did put a little bit of Rust-Oleum paint over the screws, otherwise they get rusty. Because the heavy-duty nature of it requires me, it doesn't require me to leave it out here, but I often do, under the shelter of this tarp. And I don't wheel it up to the house, usually, because I'm too busy with my gorilla cart wheeling it up to the house. I think I've had the gorilla cart like 3 or 4 years now, and I really love it. And my favorite shears and my favorite saw are both Fiskars. Dude, I love Fiskars products. I first fell in love with them when I was teaching. Oh, and I got this black iron thing. My Bubba Chris gave it to me. It's really nice. It's for, harvesting things, but it's perfect for planting carrots and onions and things like that. And my Fiskars shears right here, I've been using them like crazy. And the saw that my husband got me, I think he got it for me for, what was it? Was it Valentine's Day? Might have been our anniversary. I think it was our anniversary. Our 28th anniversary, I get garden tools. Woo! But he knows what I like. So he got me some Fiskars shears. Because you can never have too many pairs of shears. I'm up to 2 now, so 1 is none and 2 is 1. But I've got those in my Fiskars, and I've got a couple of really nice hoes. I swear, y'all, this is a family show. I promise you it is. But I found my best hoe on Amazon. Yeah, you didn't know they sold hoes, did you? Well, they do. I got the hoe head, and it is amazing. It's a weed hoe. I got it off of Amazon, and I'll be hauling all these up to the house. I also have a plan. I have been trimming my, what is it called? Elderberry. My elderberry tree, and I've got all the trimmings from it. So I poked a bunch of them in the dirt right here, and you can see they're doing really well. I've got 4 or 5 pots like this. I'm going to plant, I'm thinking between my neighbor's property and mine, just the other side of that row of weeds, I'm going to plant elderberries, because I ran out of, I'm almost out of elderberry syrup, and the elderberries won't be ripe until end of summer. Well, middle to end of summer. And I'm going to need more elderberries, because we got that COVID variant funk that's going around. Highly, highly contagious. Not near as deadly, thank God. He spared us the first go around. But when I get tired out, I come over here and I sit down. But rambling on. The Gaylords are awesome for weed blockage. As you can see, I'm not going to have any weed blockage. This is just a plain sheet of cardboard right here. It's just a single sheet. But the Gaylords are 3-ply of regular corrugated cardboard put together. And if you don't open them up, that's 6-ply. That's what that one is right there. But the other ones I opened up so I'd get more length out of them. So, because I think 3-ply will do for right now. And I wanted to stretch it as best I could. And I'm going to go pick up some more of those as soon as I can get my brother from another mother to drive me up there in his truck. We're going to get some more of them. But y'all just have a blessed day and a good Easter weekend. And remember who the King of Kings is. And plant a garden today. If not today, tomorrow, or yesterday. Because times are fixing to get hard and food is fixing to get scarce, y'all. Oh, Leo's back. Hey, Leo. Oh. Hey, buddy. Oh, cat interference. Cat interference. Hey, buddy. Here's my boy. This is my buddy. Aren't you? Yeah. You're my biggest buddy. So, when all the kids move away, you have cats instead. Isn't that right, Leo? Yeah. He waits until I'm done eating, and then he'll look at me all forlornly in case I have any scraps of chicken skin or something on my plate. Ain't that right, buddy? Say, we're cat people. We like dogs too, but we love our cats. Don't we, buddy? Yeah. That's my boy. God bless y'all.